Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
Ooh, so exciting, isn't it?
Trust me. Please, we can kill it.
Ferocious traffic. I'm trying to put tiger bomb on this jungle nut.
You're not gonna die, bitch.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
You want to get nuts? Wakanda forever! Yes! Fuck you too!
You're gonna see some serious shit.
All right, episode 43. How we living there, fellas? How we living there?
Living good.
Living large.
I'm good.
How you going? I'm good. It's Saturday.
I was got a little bit of a fiend scratch in there. You know what I was thinking? Rushmore, Tarantino,
Yeah.
Scorsese, Spielberg. I'm gonna have to say Nolan.
Really?
Yeah.
Nolan is never going to be on my fucking Rushmore. Yeah, I figured it out when I got home the other day. Like Tarantino is on. He's my fourth on my Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to. It's always him. It was always going to be him.
I'll always show up for Tarantino.
Always. Yeah. So, jumping into that streaming news. So, Godzilla vs. Kong. It's another week, another piece of Godzilla vs. Kong box office talk.
I know.
So, they're looking to turn quite a nice little pretty profit there.
That's right.
These fucks.
This penny's so pretty.
Big dollars, man.
But did you
Big dollars.
see the moves though? So you know, Legendary had an issue with them.
Yes.
With them, like
Yeah.
you like releasing Godzilla vs Kong streaming, right?
Yeah.
They paid Legendary off 120
mil, yeah.
120 mil, only to then now Legendary don't get any of that profit. They made their money.
Yep.
So
They made
now
it back.
it's pure snout for HBO Max.
100% snout now. Sucked in, man. They played the gamble and they won.
So what? Kong's made close to 256 million.
Nearly 300 million, yeah.
Yeah. In 3 weeks.
Yeah. So they were saying that, if you take into consideration the opening weekend, sort of, it made more than the King of Monsters opening weekend.
Yeah.
And that was with like 4,000 screens open.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. It's obviously it's the example that they'll use when they say, well, we can release it streaming and.
Yeah. It's weird that they've gone, we won't do that. Jason Kyler
Yeah.
said, we won't do that for next year, 2022. We'll only do that this year. Missed opportunity, I think.
Well, I don't know. We spoke about it last week, but with the shortened release windows and whatnot, they'll still sort of make quite a bit of money. So
I need it now, though.
so we swallow. I give you to swallow.
This guy. So we got a poster for Powerpuff Girls, or a look at what they're going to look like as adults. This looks like this Powerpuff Girls version will be the adult version of the girls, and they do kind of look sexualized. Donald Faison will play the professor as well in there. It's always good to see him show up, man.
I just want to see him dance.
They got to play bye.
Oh man, they have to. Turk is the man.
So we get Chloe Bennett, Dove Cameron, and Yana Perol.
Quite a diverse casting there.
Yeah, intentionally diverse.
Yeah.
For this day and age there, but
I kind of wish they were just CG characters though, and they were still like Powerpuff Girls, so little.
yeah.
Because then the monsters and everything that they fight would be awesome. And
To be honest, that'd be more appealing to me.
yeah,
To see that.
this be.
I'd also find it more comfortable to take Brody to go see it.
Yeah.
Because Brody's already talking about, I like that girl. Like watching The Weeknd perform at Victoria's Secret runway show.
Oh, he's been like that since the what's his face video?
Number one.
Yeah, the number one video. That blonde chick in the number one video was fire. Fire.
So we also have She-Hulk, which is finally beginning filming in Atlanta in the ATL. What do you call it? And then we also have that Emancipation's pulling out of Georgia. Pause.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird, right? So
Yeah.
you've got this giant property in Marvel shooting in Atlanta, Georgia. And then, with everything that's going on and, them
voting ban?
Well, they're making it harder for people to vote in Georgia.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So, yeah, that's the reason why Emancipation pulled out. But you'd expect, Marvel being how they are.
Yeah.
To sort of pull out as well. Pause.
I honestly think it was because they had already signed documents. They were all set up, built sets.
Plan in place.
Anything, if they stopped it now and changed, it'd just delay the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch She-Hulk, man. What threw me on this is that it's a comedy. So it's a 10-episode, half-an-hour comedy show.
Do you think at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they're in court and they're going to get represented by Tatiana
That'd be
Maslany?
cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because they would have to have their sort of court-martial sort of thing as well, right? Yeah.
Unless it shows her accident.
Yeah.
Because then Bruce is supposed to give her some of his blood. Or
That's right.
a serum that brings her back. I'm excited for both those properties, to be honest. Emancipation sounds real good as well over at Apple.
This is going to be fire.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because you have Fuqua's doing this over at Apple, and then the Jack Carr books over at Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jack Carr was recently on Rogan.
Okay.
Yeah, and he spoke about that whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say? Over at Amazon, setting up a new...
Well, he said over at Amazon, and working with Fuqua, he's a stickler for things being the same as the book. Mm-hmm. So even the
these
car,
are good things.
Yeah, these are good things. So even the car that he drives, so it's a 1988 sort of 4-wheel drive. Yeah, and they brought him the car and everything, and they brought the car and it was the correct color and everything, and they're showing Jack and they're all excited. And Jack's like, those are second, those are aftermarket rims. My character wouldn't have, he doesn't have aftermarket rims. He's got the originals on there. And they were like, all right. The next day they came back, those rims were gone, and they had found the actual rims for it. Yeah. So Fuqua's asking him questions and whatnot and everything, and he's been involved in the whole process and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
He's enjoying
That's good.
it. He's enjoying it, and it's just going to be the first book. There might be options for the second or third book, because I think there's 4 or 5 books in his series right now. And Ray Porter does all the voices in the what's his face
Audiobooks?
in the audiobooks.
That's mad.
Yeah,
That's mad.
Ray Porter got a good voice on him.
he does.
Thomas Vinterberg is
Vinterberg.
going to make his first TV miniseries. So it's going to be called Families Like Ours. So what it's about is this flood in Denmark, right?
Yeah.
And as the months go on, the flood gets worse and the waters rise in the cities, which means that all these people are kind of displaced, right? That lived in the cities.
Yeah.
And the wealthy families go to their own estates and stuff like that in different areas, while the less wealthy or the lower
Middle class, lower to middle class.
yeah, they go to this government controlled sort of sanitarium almost. And
Fuck that.
he's gonna explore the differences between them.
That's wild, man.
But it sounds good, and it's Thomas Vinterberg, man. It's timely that I just watched The Hunt and Another Round.
You think Mads will be in this one?
I hope so. Fuck, if Mads is in here, day one, I'm here. Day one, baby.
Yeah.
So with Paramount Plus, they're adding an Arlington Road series to their catalog. Now this is so Arlington Road was originally with Jeff Bridges, and he was a widowed professor, and he suspects that the couple next door that moved in are planning a domestic terrorist act. So I'm wondering where this is going to go from here, but this sounds interesting. It's got that I don't know, that Munich vibe to me, but not as big.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the whole season is going to be foiling their attempts and looking at what they're doing and shit like that. But I remember Arlington Road ending with Jeff Bridges getting blown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He,
'Cause
he opens that box and then
yeah. And it's kind of weird because he sort of turns everyone against him as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
he manipulates everyone.
Tim Robbins'
character. Chris Robbins. Yeah, it was just wild. I don't know how long you make a series like this.
I know.
Is it just a one and done, or
is it a limited series?
is he going to move on to another neighbor? Like what are we doing?
I seen you sniffing the panties.
You grabbed her titties. I saw you.
Fuck you, Paulie. I see you.
What do you call it? For like shit like this, it should just be like an 8-episode limited series. I
Badly.
reckon. Like that's the perfect piece for this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's nice.
Short, concise.
Yeah.
There's no filler.
Knows
Yeah.
what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Watching Luther, like, filler is the worst thing in the world.
Oh man,
Yeah.
but you can tell straight away.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, like when a show is like, "Fuck, the story is only like 6 episodes long. We need to pad it out for 10."
Yeah.
Fuck it. This character, this unknown character gets like his own episode.
Yeah.
and then you get your own episode.
You see,
And then the musical episode.
Yeah.
but that's what fucked me off about Walking Dead as well. And then you have those weird episode runs where it's like 18 episodes this season. You're like, what? The fuck is
worse.
this half season break bullshit?
Yeah.
Remember when they're on the fucking road to Terminus? And it just being fucking forever because they were doing solo episodes of each character?
Yeah, every time you went back to those characters, they're like, yep, that's what happened to me. And then, like, they're still walking.
Yeah. Only person who knows how to do that shit right was Tarantino with Pitt when he does the flashback.
yeah.
So Turner Classic Movies is going to sponsor Joshua Grossberg's expedition to actually, like, search for Orson Welles' lost cut of The Magnificent Ambersons.
Yeah.
So this is the famous movie where Orson Welles is like, I made the movie and it broke me. It's so dramatic, Orson Welles. So they looked everywhere and they can't actually find it because apparently there's a cut where there's like 45 minutes of added scenes.
35 minutes. So he gave his cut into the studio, and the studio was like, "Fuck, we can't release it like this."
Yeah.
And they just like out of nowhere just cut 35 minutes out of his film, and like, basically didn't make sense. They snided it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that footage then went lost.
Yeah.
So now they're going to they're searching the last place they can, which is in South America.
South America, yeah.
Where Orson Welles set up office after all this shit went down.
Yeah, because he was working for the military or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just weird because it's weird that military base or whatever it is minted a copy of the full film for him.
That's wild, man.
You know what I mean? So they're gonna, try and go and find this film, and hopefully find that it's there.
They could get there and find fuck all.
Well, they're shooting a documentary at the same time, so that they kind of, we got it in the bag, sort of. It's like it's the
Just didn't stick that landing.
Yeah, it's the 50th anniversary or whatever it is.
There's a lot riding on this.
Yeah, they were like, either way, if we can't get the film, then we'll just release a documentary for the film. All right.
Wild.
Yeah. All right.
Crazy
See
shit.
you. All right. So Paramount acquired the rights to The Space Between. So this is the Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah. And William Fichtner.
Yeah, Fichtner was in here.
Yeah.
What
this-
was this about?
So this is the one where Kelsey Grammer's like he's out in LA and he's like a losing at rock musician.
Yes.
And then the postman tries to get him out of his contract.
Yeah.
But then they build that bond and friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and find out that he actually might have one more in the tuck.
Oh.
Like one more like splurge of greatness.
He's got one more Ram Jam to go.
The Ram Jam. Damn it.
And
What was the Ram Jam again? Fucking the wrestler.
The wrestler.
Nah, son.
just breaks my fucking heart every time when he's there and he does the fucking, and then it just ends like that.
We
Fade to
don't know.
black.
We don't know if he's dead or not. In my movie, he doesn't die. In my movie, he just never wrestles again.
See, that'd be the smart thing to do because I was pumping his ass full of steroids. Fresh as monkey's breath, brother. So, Strange New Worlds is the confirmed title for the new standalone Star Trek show, which will have Anson Mount as Christopher Pike. It's got its own Spock in there, the O from Hell on Wheels.
Ah, yes.
He also auditioned to play Bruce Wayne for Zack Snyder's
You know what I found out as
Batman
well?
movie. Momoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You see them. It didn't look that great, but you see a glimpse of it in that featurette.
Yeah. He was a bit too young.
Yeah.
Hey, Alfred.
He's like he wouldn't have been able to be Batman for the last 20 years then. Maybe that's why Zach didn't get him.
Made the right choice with what's his face.
Oh, yeah.
Affleck, I think. So Strange New Worlds is it's going to have Anson Mount and its own Spock and its own Enterprise crew, but what it's going to be is closer to the original Star Trek. So there will be standalone episodes. There won't be a recurring theme or a character arc that will carry over the whole show or anything like that. So Akiva Goldsman, who I really don't trust at all,
Me neither.
confirmed the news. So there you go. If people like the original Trek, maybe they'll like this because I don't think a lot of people have been going in for Discovery, even though it's 3 seasons now. And the overall word is it's good, but it's not like the original Star Trek.
Yeah, it's supposedly good, but more people watch it on TV than say a Netflix or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But this did they explain where Captain Kirk is? How do you have Spock without Kirk?
Maybe it's Spock before Kirk.
Righto.
Yeah.
They can keep this champion.
It could be a couple of seasons. They'll be like, hey, Kirk.
Hey.
So we heard news about Gabriel Luna. Yeah. And he's going to play Tommy in the Last of Us show.
Fuck yeah.
This is fucking mad for me.
This.
Yeah, I reckon him and Pedro sort of they really work out well together.
Hopefully the dynamics there, because Tommy is more of a loose cannon than what's his face is.
And Joel.
And Joel.
Joel is
At
the
start.
lone wolf.
Yeah.
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 But I was telling Triz that I think Gabriel Luna is more of the cannibal David.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But the way I see Gabriel Luna playing this is because Tommy was a Firefly, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ex-Firefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he calms down after that.
Yeah, and sets up his own little
Township.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll meet him at the township, and I wonder if we'll get some flashbacks of him being a Firefly.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Because they probably would have had to do some hard shit as well.
Well, I'd like to see more of the in-between. You know what I mean? So there would have had to have been a reason why, Tommy and Joel went their separate ways. And if it is just because of the Fireflies, then...
I thought it was the daughter. And that's why... Because Joel kind of goes I'm going to go off the rails and just kind of live this solitary life. And Tommy kind of goes, well, I've got purpose now and I'm setting up this township.
I don't know.
But you're going to see him at the start, though.
Yeah.
When they get them out. Because that's wild. That whole sequence, wild.
Yeah, I'm going to cry my fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
Every time I play it, I still cry. It's the worst. It's the worst thing.
Yeah.
It is the worst thing.
That was
It's the most dramatic thing in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you know it's coming up as well, just the fear fucking wells you up. But then even when that guy breaks through that door and he's like, Mr. So-and-so, you're sick. You got to relax. And then he just fucking pulls the blick.
Just offset it.
Yeah.
Wow. So we got Snoop Dogg, who signed on to star with Jamie Foxx in that Day Shift movie.
Yeah.
So this is the one where by day he is a locksmith. No,
Pool cleaner.
pool cleaner.
Yeah.
But by night, they should have just really called this movie Night Shift. Anyway, by night he's a vampire hunter. We've got plenty of night shifts though.
I thought through the day he was hunting vampires. He was just fronting, but because it's day, he can take them out while they sleep.
Righto.
But they will have the day walker in there.
They'd have to.
Yeah.
He'll become the Daywalker.
Don't say that.
You know it's going to happen.
Fuck.
Yeah. So we found out that Chad Stahelski is actually producing this. We also found out that Scott Adkins, my guy, is in there too.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting for me because we need to see Scott in more things.
Yeah. And if it's 8711 choreographed and kind of like mapped out, we're in for some exciting shit.
That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Was 8711 behind American Assassin?
Not that I know of.
They fingers in many pies than people. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like their singular stuntmen sometimes go off and go do their thing. Like it might not be 8711, but it'll be like their influence through that stuntman.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. So I remember seeing Atkins in there, and I was like, yeah. We also have so this is the wildest shit that I've heard recently.
Oh no.
Fucking Lord of the Rings, man, to cost $465 million dues, and this just for that first season.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the fuck is this?
And they're on the hook to make five
seasons, yeah.
That's $2 billion for a fucking show that we don't know is going to be any good after this first pilot.
Yeah. This is on top of the, like, because there was a bidding war for this as well.
They paid $1 billion for the rights to this.
Yeah. So that's $1.5 billion.
That's wild. I honestly think Amazon's playing like this long game because the war isn't for like Lord of the Rings. That's just what they're using to get more people to get to that streaming service.
What if we find out that this money is to hire some big fucking hitters for this show?
Well, the biggest hitter that they had was that was going to play Pennywise. What's his name?
Bill Cosby? No. He played Pennywise.
The from The Revenant. Will Poulton.
Will Poulton, yeah.
Poulter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poltergeist himself.
Yeah. Man, I definitely feel that this isn't going to be that great.
No.
So unless they're shooting like a whole hour and a half episodes for this first season, like I don't know what they're going to do.
I'm telling you.
That's going to be a long
It's
season.
going to be a slog, man.
It should have, like, Lord of the Rings should have died in the ass after The Hobbit. Like, it should have been 3 movies for Lord of the Rings, 1 3-hour movie for The Hobbit, and that's it. You don't need to have this fucking series. We've got the animated series that does the prequel for this anyway.
To be honest, when I watched The Hobbit again, fire. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it didn't need to be 3 movies.
Nah. That was all.
It could have been
filler.
2 movies, man.
There was a lot of filler. I just like being in that world.
Yeah.
I reckon 4 hours max. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should have just done the director's cut for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Return of the King style.
Like, I bet you Topher Grace definitely has the supercut of fucking Hobbit 1, 2, and 3.
He does, I think. He does because he cut Colbert out of it. Yeah, he does. He did it. He told him. Because Colbert asked him, do I make the cut? And he was like, sorry, Steve.
Jordan Vogt-Roberts is going to helm the Gundam movie. So this is the one about the mobile suits and they kind of wear them. Do they Voltron it in this one or no? Or am I thinking about something else?
No.
They don't.
Robotech, I think.
Robotech, that's the one.
Yeah.
But this one is these colonies out in space are set up, and then Earth is kind of like still populated as well, but then the colonies revolt against the Earthlings, and then the mobile suits come out to defend them.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of political kind of like issues and stuff there. Jordan, I liked his direction in Kong Skull Island.
Yep.
I wonder what this means for Metal Gear Solid. If that now gets pushed back a bit further and a bit further until they just don't make it.
I think it has to be pushed back anyway. Pushed back anyway. Because what's his face is shooting Moon Knight.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
But that's the time to get him, though, because that guy's looking good.
He is looking good.
Yeah. What do you call it?
Fucking good.
As soon as Moon Knight's done, you never know. They might, like, this Metal Gear movie might just be Metal Gear 4. Because Oscar Isaac's got the fucking salt and pepper. He could have grey hair at the end of it.
Well, he's got to be old, man.
Because Snake is like 40, yeah?
Yeah.
Like,
if it was going to be old Snake, they should have just got fucking what's his face, Christian Bale.
or what's his name? Scott Glenn.
Scott Glenn's a bad motherfucker.
That is true. But yeah, I think he could shoot this. You could shoot this in the time that they're going to shoot Moon Knight and whatnot, because on average they've been taking about 1.5 years, right? So he could shoot this. They'll have to do CG and computer effects for at least 1 year for this, because it's going to be a massive computer effects movie. And in that time, he can shoot Metal Gear and get that ready, which is what I'm hoping.
I do find that Netflix up and deliver their products a lot quicker than anyone else.
Well, because they don't set a release date, right? Netflix never sets a release date. Netflix is like it'll be out when it's out, when it's done, because we give them so much time to actually shoot this, and we have so much catalog to actually come out before
That's
this, right? So they're like, fuck it, take as long as you want.
Yeah.
Which is why their stuff looks like it just looks better than other streaming services.
Yeah.
The money is on the screen.
Yeah. The
I don't know.
care.
Apple for me looks the best.
Yeah.
Apple for me looks the best, with Netflix kind of coming off a little bit shiny sometimes.
Yeah.
But the fact that they actually have weekly releases just destroys Apple. Can't keep up.
Yeah. I think Netflix puts the time and care into the people who make their film, as well as the monetization, which is good.
Yeah.
Well, they got the monetization. It's always there.
Yeah.
How's Netflix borrowing $500 billion or $50 billion at any one time?
Because they can.
Yeah. That's how businesses work. You always take more than what you're worth if you know, like, as a business, you can make it back.
You know why they do that?
$50 billion.
Yeah, but you know why they do that, right? Because it offsets their costs then. Because then it's like, I've got this loan that I need to pay, and our company only made this amount of money. It's 300 and something million when, I paid, really we made $500 billion or something like that. Like, it just offsets their earnings. Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah.
It means less tax and all that stuff, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just business.
Yeah. Upfront cash is always faster than trying to earn it.
Yeah. I'm going to throw to our resident anime expert.
Greetings. So this one saddens me, but Netflix is unfortunately ending Castlevania with season 4. I've been up to date with Castlevania like a motherfucker with these on Netflix as well, and they are fire each season.
Really?
Fuego.
You know how good that first season is?
Is it?
But it's short
Yeah.
because they're only 22 minutes. I think it's just quick. It was just like, where's the others? Coming in 9 months. Really?
But it works out so well, and the way they've done this show is perfect. There's a bit of fan service, and it's just extremely gory, and fucking Richard Armitage fucking kills this shit as well.
It is Armitage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Oakenshield himself, my G. And as well as that, with this, Warren Ellis will not be involved in the next season as well.
Yeah. So apparently the old Warren Ellis is he coerced and gaslit women into sexual. It was sexual coercion.
What is gaslighting?
It's like me hinting at something, but not outright saying it, and then you do the thing that I'm hinting at. So yeah.
So you're coercing?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, gaslighting is just a nefarious way of saying it. It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's like making someone out to be crazy, and then they believe it.
Okay.
But yeah, so he had over 100 women come forward and just say, nah, this guy was using his position. But he came back and said, nah, I wasn't aware that I was in a position.
Who is this guy?
He's like the writer.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see how the quality of the show holds up. Season to season. And that's it for streaming news this week. Kicking it off with film news. So we got the sexy 52-year-old Asian American Lucy Liu to play the villain Calypso, which is not a character in the comics in Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Oh, they just made up this character?
Yeah. So, daughter of Atlas, same as Hespera, which Helen Mirren's playing.
Right.
So then we'll get Hespera and Calypso.
Okay.
So I don't know if the big bad is Atlas, and that's yet to be cast, or it's been cast, but it's been kept in the background. But yeah, should be good.
Is Atlas a character in Shazam?
No.
Okay.
Yes, Atlas is a character in
Atlas is a
Shazam.
character.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah, this will, yeah.
It's
all
not,
roads lead to Atlas.
That is
it's not
right.
the same Atlas as fucking Teen Titans, is it? Where he was like a robot that built himself? Or are we talking the God Atlas?
If it's in Teen Titan, then
Could
might
be.
that.
Could be,
Yeah.
but like if Shazam like is called Shazam: Fury of the Gods, you'd expect it to be the God, right?
Yeah.
God.
Because the Atlas in Teen Titans, he made Cyborg his servant, which is kind of fucked up when I say it like that. But
Maybe Cyborg shows up in this.
maybe, hopefully, we'll see how we go. Hopefully, it's not a fucking recast. But yeah, and then Cyborg overpowers him.
Very good. So we got Joe Cornish. So he's setting up to adapt Mark Miller's Starlight. So this is this should be, is this going to be a Netflix?
No.
Really?
No.
It's not going to be part of the Millerverse at Netflix?
The article didn't specify the studio.
Okay. I just expected, because
Yeah.
he's set up over there. So what was Starlight again? What comic was it?
Starlight was its own comic, so it's
yeah.
this intergalactic hero.
Yeah.
And he wants...
Will they get old? No.
No, that's Jupiter's legacy.
No, but doesn't he get old as well, Starlight?
Yeah, so he actually saves Earth.
He saves Earth
and then he goes out to save the rest of the galaxies.
and then when he comes back...
They don't believe him.
Yeah.
And they kind of push him to the side. So then he just like lives out his existence on Earth, has a family and everything, but then has to get ready for one more mission because his rocket comes back down to Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
So
this could be good, man.
yeah, man.
I think this could be really, really good.
Joe Cornish,
Oh yeah.
he's onto it.
Yeah,
Co-wrote Tintin as well.
Yeah, he did.
Mostly wrote Tintin. Yeah.
nice. So we got so we have Neon, who have acquired the rights to the actor, the Ryan Gosling film.
Yeah.
The one where he has the severe memory loss and he's trying to make his way back to New York after that brutal attack.
Yeah. But along the way finds his way and love and his purpose.
Becomes a man.
Yeah.
Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Gosling would get away from these sort of movies.
Well, he is because he's also got the Grey Man and he's got the Wolf Man.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then he's got that other one where he's the stunt man as well, yeah? Or is that the Wolfman?
No, the Wolf Man is he's a news reporter.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
a news reporter, though.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah, he's got another one where he's a stunt man like Drive.
I don't know. For me, I just, I want to see him in bigger fare. Like, after what's his face? After Blade Runner, I thought he would be, that guy that's with Denis
Yeah.
all the time. So I was expecting, fucking Dune and all this other stuff. And, obviously he couldn't be Paul Atreides because he's too old.
He aged out.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, there's big things on the plans for Gosling.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about Gosling.
Do you reckon he's going to show up in the MCU at any time?
No.
No?
No.
How come?
I don't think Gosling wants to do those sort of movies. It'd be cool if he was Adam
Warlock? I
Warlock.
was thinking that too.
Yeah, be cool if he was that, but I don't think he would ever.
That would
There's
have been
no
sick.
he has to sign on to too many movies and all. He said that for Batman.
Oh, true.
Gosling should show up in the next Deadpool. If he was a character, that'd be fire.
Would have been,
I reckon his comedy would suit it.
like if Gosling didn't go for Batman and they just got him as Etrigan, that would have been cool as well. Like I know he's not going to sign up for multi-film shit, but fuck, he would have been cool as Etrigan.
He should just do Wolverine.
That's a big commitment.
We'll talk about that later. Though.
So Reeves is like, ready to go for John Wick 4.
Yeah, he's got his big old dirty beard back.
Yeah. he pulled up.
He even cut his hair.
Big bushy beard. So he shaved his head, pulled up to Germany. He's like,
He's been in Germany.
yeah, with Matrix and that. I don't know if he stayed there though, because he might have returned home to train for John Wick 4.
Yeah, that's true.
He does go to that 3-gun ranch
Yeah, that's true.
and just break all the records there.
Stahelski's always there, supposedly. That's what Rogan was saying.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't know John Wick 4 was shooting in Germany, so this will be interesting.
I want to see what he's obviously setting up something.
In John Wick 3, they said that Hiroyuki Sanada was the main villain
Yeah.
for 3. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like, there was casting news that came out,
Yeah.
but it didn't end up being the case. They also said Common was back.
I think maybe
Weirdly.
all that story got pushed to
Continental?
this.
Oh.
I think it all got pushed to this. They're going to have to set up like
The Japanese arm, the Yakuza.
Japanese, yeah, all of that, right? So
I hope so. Like, it'll be good to see him fight Hiroyuki Sanada, like, full samurai sword.
full samurai,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Be a nice little reunion, like 47 Ronin
Yeah.
reunion.
What do you call it? My thing for John Wick 3, like before I knew it was taken like how long, like X amount of time after the second one, was that if he was excommunicado and shit happened from there, they were going to find him down in Mexico. And that's when I was saying you would have cut his hair and still kept the fucking beard.
Yeah.
And he's hiding.
Yeah.
And then has to come back because of some shit going down.
Why has he got the Max Payne 3 starter pack?
yeah, it's true.
So the Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson film Man from Toronto has been pushed back to January 14th next year.
Next year.
So it leaves its November 20 slot.
Yeah.
So what's coming out in November now?
I thought there was a Marvel movie coming
There's
out.
something coming out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
so,
that's
yeah.
why they.
Yeah.
Is it Strange?
No,
Shang-
Strange comes out
Shang-Chi.
next March.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because Kevin Hart, well, not Kevin Hart was saying, but Kevin Hart does find a lot of success in like that MLK month like time period as well.
Yeah.
big time.
So this probably be more beneficial for him too. So maybe it was just a mutual decision.
Yeah. Especially like because February is, I think, Black History Month as well. So yeah, this is like just a ramp up for that.
Yeah. So we have Rami Youssef to join Emma Stone in Poor Things.
Tings.
Yeah. So this is Yorgos Lanthimos's next movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in he directed The Favorite. He directed The Lobster with Colin Farrell. And this is a take on Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this genius that resurrects his beauty from the dead. And Emma Stone co-stars. So I don't know if she's going to be the beauty or like what's going to happen.
She's going to be the beast.
This is pretty wild as well because this is the one where they extract the brain of an infant and put it into her head and then revive her. So her mind is childlike, but then she's in a woman's body.
Sounds problematic.
Yeah, that's problematic as fuck.
Yeah, because she drowns herself because her husband was abusing her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Chris Mckay is in talks to direct Renfield, which is about Dracula's, Renfield.
Yeah. Renfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Dracula's number 2, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is going to be like a completely different take and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
So Renfield's like putting this army together and everything.
For Dracula or against Dracula?
For Dracula, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Scorsese staying in his casting bag, on the casting couch. Thank you for the notes there. You dirty bastard. So he's casted 4 more after casting 4 more last week.
Yeah.
So we get Tatanka Means, we get Michael Abbott Jr., we get Pat Healy, which funny enough is the guy in There's Something About Mary. That's Matt Dillon's character.
Yeah.
And also we got Scott Shepherd.
So have they casted Hawkeye already?
No.
No?
No.
You think he'll be in here? Be nice.
It'd be stupid not to have that guy. That guy fucking killed
Machine.
the Revenant and he killed Cherry.
Yeah.
Like, bring him in. You know what I mean? And he's Native American.
That's right.
So, yeah, seems right to me.
So Kevin Smith set up, he's setting up an auction for his new film. Kilroy Was Here. So this is that horror movie that he shot, it seems like years ago
I
now.
know. Yeah.
Because he was shooting this pre-pandemic, and then in the pandemic he was shooting this as well.
Yeah.
Like it just, yeah, it was just weird. So he's trying to sell this as an NFT.
Which is a first. It's changing the face of cinema.
Like this is like it's weird to think about, but this might be the way we go forward.
So no more Cannes or Sundance Film Festival and stuff like that.
No,
Put it out as an NFT. And this way, the original filmmaker always gets paid
that's right.
when acquisitions are made. So sometimes we might get a Sony deal that then it ends up internationally on Netflix.
Yeah,
If that was an NFT, that artist that created it originally, they would get paid with every deal
that's right.
hitherto.
That's right. That's honestly for me the best thing about NFT.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's creating all sorts of like swag and shit. So there's smoking tokens
That's mad.
with a chance to win a cameo, an NFT cameo on Clerks 3.
Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, and you also get Jason Mewes, like saying "Hey fuckwit" or something like that. You're a fucking something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin Smith was saying like the person that buys this can either keep it for themselves and be the only person to ever watch it, or then sell it. So he's smart.
Yeah.
Or then sell it and screen it, and make himself some money, or themselves some money, or herself some money.
It's the way to go, man.
Yep.
It's the way to go.
Like this kind of it changes the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But then, like, you know, if someone like a Marvel came out and said, hey, we're going to NFT this, bidding starts at $500 million.
And people will pay it.
People will pay it, obviously. Right. But then how does someone like me or you see that film? Will we ever see that film?
Well, let's say Marvel was like, hey, Black Panther 2, $500 million NFT. And then Jeff Bezos is like, fuck that. I'll take you up on that offer.
Yeah.
Here's my 500 mil. Then takes it, puts it on Amazon Prime.
That's wild.
Fuck.
And then Marvel sues him.
And Marvel's still getting paid the whole time.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this I saw a tweet recently from Kevin Smith as well. Some guy was talking about risks in the movie business, and Kevin Smith was talking about so many people came to me during my life and told me so many things that I was doing that was wrong. So putting out Clerks as an individual publisher was wrong, things like that. And he was like, I'd rather do the things and learn the mistakes than have someone tell me it's wrong.
Yeah.
So this is a big step for Kevin Smith as well, which is fucking cool.
Kevin Smith, it's weird when you think about it, but he's been in this game for how long now?
Yeah.
30 years now.
Fucking crazy.
30 years. The first thing that we watched from Kevin Smith was Mallrats, which was his second feature. No, third feature. After Chasing Amy and Clerks.
Yeah.
And that was 6 years down the road from Clerks.
Jesus.
It's crazy, man. Like, Kevin Smith is just paving the fucking road for everyone 30 years on.
Well, if Kevin Smith has been failing, he's failing upwards.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I think he's a very progressive man, though. Like, he learns from his mistakes, but he also knows how to wear it and advertise it and promote it.
Full-on vegetarian now as well.
Yeah, he's vegan.
He said,
Straight up vegan.
he said, I used to be happy, and then I became a vegan.
But this is the man that saw the writing on the wall when it came to podcasts and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's one of those originators like Joe is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's his face is the guy who actually invented it.
Yeah, he was on the first episode of Rogan.
Yeah. Like it's amazing. So Hugh Jackman and Laura Dern are set to star in The Son, which is the follow-up to The Father. So you guys will know The Father. It's the movie that came out this year with Hopkins in it. Yeah. And it's about Hopkins actually having dementia. Yeah. And how he deals with it and sees the world, and how, you know, everyone else around him is affected by that as well. Yeah. So this movie is about, so Hugh Jackman is married and everything, and he's got a second family now. And Laura Dern comes to him because they're ex-husband and wife, and tells him that he needs to take care of his son and everything because all this stuff is happening. Yeah. Right. And it's about how they navigate that and build that relationship, and, you know, because his son is suicidal. So yeah.
It's part of a stage play trilogy, with the next one being The Mother.
Oh, well, I was just going to say.
Because I haven't shot it yet, you mothers.
You mothers. Because I haven't written it yet, you mothers.
It'd be good to kind of see Hugh Jackman kind of go on his Oscar run as well. Because he does have like acting chops when he wants to have acting chops.
What he wants to.
Yeah. I loved him in The Front Runner, man.
I still haven't watched that, man. I need to watch that.
It's such a, like, that movie is so fitting for this era that we're in. With politics and with celebrities and their personal lives leaking into their professional image.
Their personal lives becoming news as well.
Yeah. So Radio Silence, the directors of Ready or Not, which I fucking love.
I love that it's Radio Silence.
Yeah. So they've shot multiple versions of the next Scream movie to stop spoilers getting out. So did you know that with Scream 2, that original story was leaked, and Kevin Williamson had to throw everything out and then go back to the drawing board and redo Scream 2.
Which is why Scream 2 was kind of shit.
Why Scream 2 have the Broken Arrow theme music? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding,
I don't know. Scream 3 was kind of trash for me as well.
Scream 3 was actually better than 2.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think I might go back in Halloween. Sorry. I was always saying Halloween for some reason. I might go back in Halloween and just watch all the Screams.
You can watch them now on either Stan or HBO Max.
But I remember, I just fucking hated Scream 3 because it was the biggest cop-out.
Which one was Scream 3 again?
The half-brother was the killer.
Scream 2 was trash too.
Yeah.
That old lady's not getting me. I'm sorry. I'm fighting, son. Fighting.
What old lady?
It's the
Laurie Metcalf.
Roseanne's sister.
Yeah, Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah. I'm throwing hands, son. Hands.
Yeah, but you know when you got fear hands?
Yeah, but
and
you also
Oues have those fucking Gumby arms.
Yeah, but you also got the adrenaline going as well. Mans is coming at you with a knife.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Nah, I don't know. Oues go like straight bitch sometimes.
I'm turnbuckling the fuck out of it.
Oh, shit. I'm going to kick this bitch in the face.
You always think about it. It's just the John Wicks when he jumps on that with his knees and his chest, then grabs the back of his head and twists like that. I was to try that and fuck it all the way up and get stabbed to death.
Fuck. Jesus. What if that just knifed you in the bum?
Oh, fuck.
As if a guy wouldn't be strong. As if what's his face wouldn't be stronger than her. Cotton Weary. What's his name? He's Sabretooth.
Oh, Liev Schreiber. As if he wouldn't be stronger than that old woman. Come on, son.
Yeah.
They didn't think about it. They don't think about it. I don't get it. Like, he would have overpowered the fuck out of her.
Maybe she was juicing up in her spare time and just like keeping it real lean, you know what I mean?
Fuck.
I bench 160.
Badly.
Oh, fuck. So we have Jacob Tremblay who's joining Peter Dinklage. I keep fucking this name up in Toxic Avenger.
Has trauma got anything to do with this?
I don't think so.
Nothing.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
They would have made some money off licensing the character, though.
Okay.
For
So
sure.
if they licensed it, then they can make their own then.
Yeah.
Righto.
Which they've done. They've made like fucking stage musical and everything off this shit.
That's fine.
Marvel even did a run recently.
For Toxie.
Yeah.
But is Peter Dinklage going to be the Toxic Avenger?
Might be. What I hope, though, right, because Peter Dinklage is short-statured, I hope he doesn't fall into the fucking toxic waste and then become tall.
That'd be trash.
That'd be problematic as fuck.
Why wouldn't they just have him? Because he's going to be super strong anyway, so it wouldn't matter how tall or short he is.
Yeah.
That's dumb shit.
I don't know if he is going
That's
to be
Hollywood.
the toxic.
That's Hollywood thinking, though. You know that's Hollywood thinking, and that was the pitch as well.
I was trying to say that I think like them Hollywood.
No. I'm trying to say like they would do that. We know
fucking big time.
not to do that. I'm pretty sure they went to Peter Dinklage and said, "Hey," and then you fall into this ooze, and then you get taller, and Peter Dinklage is like, "Get the fuck out!" It's dumb shit, man.
Fuck.
So we got so Universal. So they acquired Mike Flanagan's The Season of Passage. I didn't read the story. What was this one about?
So you know how he's doing the Midnight Club,
Yes.
which is a Christopher Pike story.
Yeah.
So this is another Christopher Pike novel.
Okay.
What
is this one about?
So this one is a manned mission to Mars, and this woman who's like this famous astronaut. She's a celebrity, and she's kind of like going to Mars on this mission with her crew. But then, like, she starts thinking about the manned mission before, which failed, and they actually got there, and then they just went silent.
They never came back?
Yeah,
That's what scares me.
yeah. Especially that first couple of minutes of footage, and then it's like, oh, there's something on the horizon. Run!
No. For me, there's something on the... And then it just cuts out. That's it for me. Yeah. And then that's it.
The camera just jumping.
Fuck that.
So, yeah, this is Mike Flanagan's next directorial effort after Dr. Sleep. Yeah. I'm excited, man. Step up in the right direction. Apparently, they paid big bucks for this as well. Flanagan attached. So, like, you can also see the progression of budget as well. Because now he's doing, like, fucking sci-fi horror.
Yeah. Mike Flanagan's the fucking king, though, man.
I like sci-fi horror.
Same.
Yeah.
I
Same.
like it.
We like it here.
Come on, Lou. We like it here.
That reminds me, I need to watch Pandorum again. I actually didn't mind that movie.
Little trilogy there, Sunshine, Pandorum, and
I've never watched Sunshine, eh?
Whoa.
Yeah, I need to watch that
son.
shit. Get the fuck out.
correct it this week. Fuck, that was fire. That trailer was unbelievable because it ends with the if one day you wake up and the sun is out, we did our job. It's like, sunshine.
That's the one with Cillian Murphy, yeah?
Yeah.
Sonata in that one as well.
Yeah, Sonata's in there too.
Sonata's in there too.
Sonata represent.
All right,
That is fire.
Fuck, it's mad, that movie.
I'll watch that. So
It's Danny Boyle.
Yeah.
So good, that movie.
what's the trilogy? Sunshine?
Sunshine, Pandorum, and Event Horizon.
Haha.
I am home.
It's weird that they still haven't changed our Aussie flag to the one that he's got, eh?
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
That's the best Aussie flag I've ever seen.
I like that there was an inclusion there as well.
Well, that's what we should change it to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's too much emphasis on the monarch and the crown and Commonwealth.
We don't need that
government.
fucking Union Jack on there. Get it the fuck out of here, man.
So we have Pilu Asbayek. He's joining the Aquaman 2 cast.
Yeah.
So this is the guy from Thrones, yeah?
Thrones, he's from Ghost in the Shell.
Yep.
Um,
He was perfect in Ghost of the Shell, by the way, like aesthetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he's got his own series on HBO Max.
Show, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Or I think they actually just call it The Investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a good actor though, man.
Yeah.
Like he can play a hero or a villain
Yeah.
perfectly.
They say who he's being cast as?
No details.
But
Obvious villain.
Pilo Asbike's the bad guy in Overlord as well, yeah?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Villain.
Fuck, that's a mad movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep seeing it and I'm like, no. Because after this Falcon and the Winter Soldier shit, seeing Wyatt Russell, I just want to watch Overlord.
Yeah. I forget that he's in there.
It's always Black Mirror for me.
He was in Black Mirror?
Yeah.
You still haven't watched Black Mirror, eh?
Nah.
You need to watch Black
Mate.
Mirror, dog. Like, Black Mirror is the shit.
Is it?
It's fucking good. I watch Sunshine, you watch Black Mirror.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot more watching Black Mirror than there is Sunshine. You do that fucking trilogy tonight.
Oh, fuck.
So Mads Mikkelsen is being cast in Indy 5. So they didn't say whether this is what the role entails or anything like that. So I'm thinking villain, but I'm hoping like hero, like on Indy's side, or someone that actually betrays him.
Yeah. Now, look, he would be perfect as a villain, but I'd love to see him take on the mantle.
As Indy.
Yeah. Or at least be an explorer.
It'd be cool if he was like the Danish Indy.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like that's the explorer from Denmark.
Marcus's son.
Actually, that'd be pretty mad as well.
Yeah.
He kind of has
Just
Marcus in the face.
Just grew up in...
Pause.
Yeah, he just grew up. Didn't grow up in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's English, Marcus.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He just grew up in Europe.
What's his last name? Marcus.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Getting in his Gladiator 2 bag.
Fucking Mads Mikkelsen could have played the bad guy from Uncharted 2 as well.
Uncharted 2.
You remember the army dude, bald?
Ah, yeah.
Singing, there's a song and you can sing his name to it. And I was singing it the other day. Damn it.
It's like Severine or fucking Salvatore. Yeah, just remember the
Just
screams.
going wild in the bloody jungle there, mate. To get your shaky cams out because Paul Greengrass is he's set to direct Night of Camp David. So this is about an angry president.
President that's kind of losing his
Yeah,
mind,
he's losing
his
his
grip on
mind.
reality.
And he's over there in Camp David, like just wilding. Yeah.
So it's based on a book as well, but what he does is he draws himself closer to like his Russian allies and tries to annex off Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sounds pretty wild.
They got it better over there in Canada anyway. So.
But it looks like one of those political thriller sort of taut and also single room in COVID times.
It'd have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he's holing up in Camp David.
Sitting around the campfire.
Do you know
type
how
shit.
big Camp David is? It's fucking huge, man.
Wait, Camp David's what you infiltrate in Assassin's 3, yeah? No, I'm thinking of something else.
In Camp David is huge. Like it's just a massive fucking complex. Like it's huge, man. And that's literally annexed off from the whole of America because only the president can stay there.
Shit.
Nobody else can go there. So it's the president and Secret Service. That's it.
It's like a ranch, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never seen someone sort of like in a movie, like, you know, cause a terrorist attack to force the president to Camp David and then attack Camp David. That'd be fire. That's what the sequel to that White House Down should have been.
Actually. They're listening now.
Yeah.
They're going to do it.
What's his face is going to do it? It's going to be in one of those Fallen movies, the Angel Fallen movies.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
Now you've just greenlit a fifth one.
Yeah. You know how we do.
Or the sixth one now.
Yeah. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre got raided the other day. Obviously. received a big ol' R rating
Yeah, man.
for violence and gore. So this is the it's the sequel to the first one that they're doing, right? To the very first 1974.
Yeah.
1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So this will pick up after that one, right? So it's weird because didn't this happen in that other Rebirth or whatever it is, Texas Chainsaw, the beginning or whatever it is?
That was before.
Right.
That was before the rebooted
that was-
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that was like the prequel. But then there was
It was
Texas Chainsaw
it was the 3D one.
with Alexandra Daddario.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So that this sort of happened in
Where Scott Eastwood was the bad guy.
Yeah, that's
Fuck,
right.
he had terrible acting in that movie.
He's got terrible acting in the Suicide Squad as well.
And in what's his face? Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know if it's script or whatnot, but it's terrible. His delivery is just not there. He doesn't have comic timing.
Nah.
Yeah.
But he always goes for those comedic roles.
Yeah, which is kind of wild. He should just be like his dad and just do some action movies first.
Less like,
Less is more.
yeah.
Less is more for him.
But when he's not speaking as much.
Yeah.
He was also in that Pacific Rim sequel too.
I still haven't watched all that movie.
I like that movie.
Like I haven't watched all of it.
I actually enjoyed that one.
I haven't watched 2 either.
Yeah, it wasn't
Uprising.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uprising. But he also said like they're going the same sort of route that they did with his Evil Dead reboot.
This is AR, yeah?
Alvarez. Fede.
Fede, yeah.
So practical, taking their time with it, making sure that they get it in camera on the day as opposed to post production, special effects,
Fix it in
CG
post.
So I'm excited for it, man.
Yep.
I want to see what they're going to bring. And then the last piece of film news for the week there. So Alfred Molina finally discussed his role as Doc Ock.
He spilled the beans.
and confirmed that Doc Ock is actually in Spider-Man No Way Home.
That is correct.
So he was saying that how can you play the same Doc Ock when he died? And they said, well, we could get him before he actually died. I was like, okay, cool. How can I play him when 17 years ago? Like,
I was 50 17 years ago.
yeah. And now I'm a 67-year-old. Because he said, the last thing that I want to do is look like De Niro in The Irishman,
Yeah.
where I looked young, but I moved like an old man.
Yeah.
It's always my complaint with that movie is that he looked a certain way, but he moved a certain way as well. So Marvel are looking at deploying that de-aging technology to sort of get him
Yeah.
like looking like that. A lot of his movement in Spider-Man 2 was CG though.
Yeah, it was done by the arms, which was CG. So all he really had to do was just sit there like this.
Just spread eagle the whole
Yeah.
fucking time.
Like that's all he really had to do.
But that was in those still shots. When he was moving, he was CG.
Yeah.
And they leaned the fuck out of him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we get like a good mix of like, all of the villains.
Yeah.
That's all I'm expecting.
Same.
The thing I liked when Molina was talking to John Watts and, talking about, I died in Spider-Man 2 and all that shit. And John Watts was like, in this universe, no one really dies.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little opening to say that there could be more possibility for everything else.
For me, that was always the worst part of Spider-Man 2 for me.
Him dying?
Him dying. It made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I've got enough power to rip this fucking thing, like, to rip this thing down, but to save myself, I don't have any power. Like, it should have just been a shot of, like, the thing coming out of the water and just hitting the dock or something.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then Doc Ock was just around,
Yeah.
True.
making moves on the street.
Hitting licks.
And that's it for film news this week.
Yes, sir.
Moving into movie trailers. So we got our first full look at Army of the Dead.
This is a big full look.
Yeah.
3-minute trailer, this one.
Yeah. So it really took its time. So from the first trailer, I could see like the action and stuff like that. But this trailer kind of like gives you a little insight on like Dave Bautista's character getting recruited, Some character moments with him and the rest of the team. A bit more of Omari Hardwick.
Jacked.
Yeah.
him setting up the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking guys that he's worked with. Just guys and girls that he's worked with already.
And Hiroyuki Sanada's character as well, explaining
He's my guy.
what's going to happen, what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good, man. I enjoyed this trailer. What stood out was the smart zombie colonization.
Yes.
Which is kind of done in I Am Legend anyways.
Yeah.
Where they kind of organized a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You could say the precursor was Land of the Dead, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it almost looks like they communicate, and what they're wearing seems like really regal. Almost like, I want to say sorceress. What's her name? Enchantress from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking the look of this. It sort of has like a zombie king and queen sort of vibe, and you see zombie Elvis in here, which is hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
Gotta see zombie Elvis.
Yeah. But this looks really good. I was actually really surprised that they had more emotional beats in this trailer. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I was just expecting, a fucking romp. That's what I was expecting.
Which it very well might be.
Yeah. Could
You
be.
have to define a romp. We got a trailer for the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Yeah.
Still a fucking mouthful.
Yeah. This is Hitman's Bodyguard 2, essentially.
Yeah.
Hashtag wife. Yeah, that's what it is. This doesn't look too bad. It looks funny.
Got Samuel in there.
Got Samuel in
Get
there.
a lot more of Salma Hayek though.
Yeah, which is missing from that first movie.
Also, sort of giving you a preview of her show just around breasts, her sentient breasts.
Yeah.
That Ryan Reynolds has like just got his head buried in.
Yes.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, this looks all right. Looks like a nice little sequel there.
Yeah.
To the first one. The first one, did big business out of nowhere. They weren't expecting it to do business. It did business, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what kind of like what I like though is that the action looked very similar.
Yeah.
With the cars kind of like coming through, it was like big action.
Big action, big real action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
Yeah, lots of funny beats. Yeah.
We got a little short trailer for the Chadwick Boseman tribute that Netflix is putting out on their streaming service for 30 days. I think it's out now. And it's pulling from a lot of people's interviews, some of the quotes that he's said, and kind of exploring that. So I think it's only 40 minutes or something like that. Okay. But it's a good little piece to kind of celebrate his life and his contribution to the film world.
It still makes me sad, though.
Yeah, man. I found it hard to watch, and they didn't show a lot of him, but it was a lot of like stills and stuff like that. So
he did this interview on the Breakfast Club, I think, either Breakfast Club or Sway.
Yeah,
and he was talking about these two kids that had cancer.
Yeah,
that's like the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. Because after you found out that Chad died from cancer, to see him break down the way that he did, in that interview was like it was crazy.
Because it was those two kids, and the thing that they were looking forward to the most was Black Panther coming out.
Yeah,
and they didn't make it to the premiere.
Yeah. Fast and Furious 9. Jesus.
What are your thoughts? Give me your take on it.
I'm gonna watch it I'm probably pretty sure I'll watch it at the movies.
That trailer hits at the movies.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'll watch it at the movies, but they need to end this shit. It's too much now, man.
So now confirmed, like you see the space travel in there.
Obviously.
Them like I don't know what they're doing in space. They got their makeshift spacesuits on
and spaceship.
Yeah.
You saw it, right? You saw what they were going to do right at the start of the trailer.
Yeah.
With the little kid playing with the cars. That's always a precursor. Because you see in Fast 8, which one was no
Is it
7?
7 in Abu Dhabi?
7 in Abu Dhabi. So right at the start, you see Paul Walker's son playing with cars, and he's like, the car comes flying forward, and he's like, cars don't fly. And then in the movie, like later on in the movie, you see them jumping between buildings with the cars.
Yeah.
And he's like, cars don't fly, dumb. I don't know, man. For me, I wish they just finished after Fast 5. Like, that was perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody got away.
Everybody got away. They're living their best lives
That's it.
in non-extradition countries. Like, that was enough for me.
Like, if like your top 3 Fast and Furious movies has got to like doesn't have got to be, but it's always 1, 3, and 5. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Too Fast, Too Furious was trash.
Yeah, man. Too trash, too furious.
I thought they gave away a lot in this trailer as well.
It was a long trailer, B.
Like the
It's
what
3.5 minutes, I think, this trailer.
the
fuck?
the jet that's like sort of saving John Cena every time.
That's being flown by Charlize.
Gets taken out by a car, and they just straight up show it in the trailer.
What do you mean?
Like you see the car flying at that jet as it's coming through.
Oh, the big truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is wild, because you see Charlize in the jet. So what, did they just give away all the movie? We're just giving away all the movie
It's like
now.
the trailer for Fluke.
Fucking hell.
Didn't Charlie? Wait, didn't she die in 8?
No.
No, she gets away. She gets away.
Oh,
Yeah.
thought I'd be.
Yeah. We got to... I'm going to see it as well. We get to see a bit more of John Cena as well. And they kind of do like the Skyfall thing with Dom, where they beat him down and he falls over this ledge and then he like falls into the water and then he's presumed dead
Yeah.
for probably like 5 seconds, and then his team are just like, he's alive, he's here. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, there's a suspense just all gone.
I know. I just called me. Yeah, he'll be down in 5.
God damn it.
We got the Waterman as well, which is David Oyelowo's directorial debut, which is actually pretty cool because it kind of mixes live action with animation, bits and pieces, but it's very much a fantasy movie where the kid from This Is Us is trying to save his mother, Rosario Dawson, and enlists the help of his neighborhood girl friend, and then they go to the forest to look for the Waterman. Yeah, because the Waterman can bring people back from the dead. Yeah, and heal them. It's almost like the ferryman, right? Yeah. And then his father, David Oyelowo, is chasing after him. Yeah, trying to find him. Yeah. It looks cool. It does. It does look cool. Yeah. This was the one that was sold to Netflix. Yeah. It's good. It's good. We got Under the Stadium Lights as well, which is a football drama, and again they give away a lot in the trailer where it's like, okay, boys, this is a 1 in a million shot. We're in the finals, and it's like all the drama of getting to the finals is gone now. Yeah. And they don't show any of that shit in fucking Remember the Titans, even though that's a real fucking story. Like they don't show any of that. Nah. It's Denzel giving his speech. Yeah, we get down. So Lawrence Fishburne's in this one. He gives a bit of a speech there, and he's like, "They don't know what we got here." And he like circles around his chest, and he's like, "It's hard, baby. It's hard." It's like, fuck you, Larry. Shout out to Cameron. Yeah, we got the Flashback trailer. Yeah. So you just said Dylan O'Brien? Yeah. Yeah, Dylan O'Brien stars in this one. It looks like he's trying to figure out what happened to this girl from back in the day. So they all take this drug called Mercury back in the day, like when they were at school. And then after they take that drug, he just has no memories of the girl that, he's looking for. Like she just disappears off the planet. Yeah. Yeah, and nobody sees her, and it's him like sort of investigating and trying to find out where she is. Yeah. When I saw it, I thought I saw Flashback, and I was like, "Fuck, Flashback the game! This is gonna be fucking fire!" And then it wasn't. But yeah, this is going back and forth between him in like modern day, like
yeah.
current day, and then him back in high school, because his hair changes.
Yeah.
Looks funny.
which I think like the whole crux of this is just going to be, it's still him in high school, just still on the drug.
It's going to be Repo Man
So
all
him,
over again.
him, like, you know, in like the future is just him on the drug. Yeah, that's what I reckon it is. Don't quote me. I got words.
So we got the trailer for Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. So this is the latest animated Resident Evil movie that's coming out. This one, I think it's just the usual animated Resident Evil fare where it's... So we see Claire's, I believe it's at the White House, and then Leon, because it's part of the Secret Service, he's there as well, and they see each other. They have the usual reunite, but then just shit goes down. Zombies come through.
Take out anything that moves.
I just wonder how they're going
Like an aliens moment.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to top the last one, because the last one had that fucking John Wick moment where it was Leon and Chris. That shit was badass, man. Shit was fucking fire.
That was fire, actually. Kind of reminded me of the raid with them camera movements through the hall.
Yeah.
And then last trailer for the week, we got Mads Mikkelsen starring Riders of Justice.
Fire. Fire.
This is about this guy that's in this train accident, and he loses his daughter.
And his wife?
No, his wife's still alive because she's the one that's like, I miss her.
Oh, yeah.
And then so he's ex-military as well. And then these guys knock on his door, and they're like, "We know who did this." So they investigate it and everything, and it looks like it's a terrorist attack because it's an assassination of this other guy. And then they go to work and they just start wrecking shit against this. I think it's like a bikie gang or something like that. Called the Riders of Justice. But Mads Mikkelsen looks good in this, man. Still moving. When he's not dancing, he's killing.
We're not dancing. We're not singing.
But I'm liking the look of it, man.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it for our
movie trip.
trailer reviews.
That's it. Heading into entertainment news. So rest in peace, Helen McRory. She was in such fare as Harry Potter, Skyfall, Hugo, Penny Dreadful, Doctor Who, and the list goes on. Like, she's an accomplished stage and movie actor. She passed away at the age of 52 due to cancer. So she had secretly battled cancer. She's married to Damian Lewis as well from Homeland. Damian Lewis, Jonesy from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was Draco's mom in Harry Potter.
Oh, wow.
She was the prime minister in Skyfall.
Wow.
Yeah. She's had a lot of roles. So our condolences to her family, friends, and fans, because it's just a hard time. Be a rough time to go through right now.
Yeah. So Eric Roth, the writer of Dune, he was talking about sequels and the scripting, right? So he spoke about the fact that this Dune movie that we're going to get is literally only the first half of that book. So if you guys have ever seen the first book of Dune, it's fucking huge.
The Bible.
It's literally the Bible, right? So he has confirmed that this first movie that we will get in November or December is only the first half of that first book. Now, depending on how it goes, he is setting up to write a sequel to Dune and start scripting it and all that sort of stuff. Well, yeah.
He said he jumped on Dune and he wrote this massive story.
Yeah.
He said this big Eric Roth style story. And then John Spates came in.
Yep.
So what he said he does is he writes, and then Denis comes in and kind of like does a few edits.
I like this, I like that, I
Yeah.
like this, I like that.
And then John Spates, who wrote
Prometheus.
Yeah. Came in and kind of tidied things up a little bit. I'm excited for it, man. They can just drop that movie and it'll be a hit. I think.
I just hope it, it does hit. Like, I need it to hit. Like, it needs to hit more than Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether we see this on HBO Max day one or not.
Either way, I'll see it day one.
I wouldn't mind going to the movies to see this.
Yeah.
This, I'd like to see at the movies, man.
I'd like to see this at IMAX.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I was just about to say this
That'd
would
be
be
crazy.
crazy. So with the recent delays for Top Gun Maverick, surprisingly, it's not COVID related. The reason why the delay is because Tom Cruise wants to take this around the world. He wants to tour with the film essentially, with the premieres, which is kind of fucking cool.
Son of a bitch.
But at the same time, I just want this fucking movie, even though I haven't watched the first one.
You've never watched the first Top Gun?
Fire.
This one looks like a lot bigger than that one, but a lot of the same elements.
Yeah.
But we're just not getting Tony Scott, which sucks. Because that editing style, he created that editing style just for that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, Tony Scott was a pioneer with that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Lou Dimes, I like to call him, but Lou Diamond Phillips. He recently said that he's been talking to Emilio Estevez about Young Guns 3. So that he actually said Emilio Estevez is like already kind of getting the wheels turning for Young Guns 3, which I'm excited about, man. So Young Guns, he was in Young Guns 1 and 2. Lou Diamond Phillips character.
Yeah, he was. But it's weird though, because like Young Guns 2 starts off with Billy the Kid really, really fucking old.
Yeah.
So maybe he's been waiting for that. I mean, man doesn't look that old right now.
Nah. Emilio Estevez is 60.
Yeah.
Which is
can't
wild.
believe it.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It should be good. I like the Lou Diamond Phillips anyway.
Same.
It's cool. All right. So this is like the worst story I saw this year. Not this year, but this week. Right? So this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So Vin Diesel was talking about John Cena joining the Fast family, as we like to call it, or as he likes to call it. Right? And he was saying, we had the pick of any actor on the planet
Yeah. Because
that wanted to join the family.
Vin Diesel's like lots of different races.
Yeah, supposedly he's multicultural.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Mm.
Allegedly.
With a name like
Multicultural.
Diesel, it'd be someone exotic.
Yeah.
An exotic maker.
Or someone that makes clothes. Something like that. Right. So he said that, he walked into his little room and he was getting ready to be Dom once again. So he's obviously got a shrine.
Has to have a shrine.
He's got a shrine to Dom. You know what I mean? It's not just plants like Blade's got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To symbolize growth and everything. Now he's got a shrine to himself. That he's probably got the cross chain on there.
Has to have the cross chain.
And a wife beater. And maybe some fucking...
Extra small wife beater.
Yeah, there's got to be an extra small wife beater. And he's probably got a pair of Timbs there. You know what I mean? Some acid wash jeans.
The studded belt too.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
Yeah. Maybe a few steering wheels or something. Maybe some play cars.
And razors to shave his head.
Oh, obviously razors and cigarettes too. Right. So he walked into his Dom shrine, and John Cena had been told to come meet Vin Diesel, and he walked into the room, with the shrine, and Dom knew from that moment, because he wasn't Diesel anymore. He was Dom.
No.
He was at his shrine. Remember, he was in the shrine.
He had
He
transformed.
had transformed, right? He had on like the skin tight beater.
Diesel's like method. Went
Yeah.
full on method
Yeah.
for this role.
as soon as he walked in to the room, he knew that Paul Walker had sent fucking John Cena. He knew.
Amazing.
This is unbelievable.
Mind blowing.
Yeah. You can't believe the story.
I know.
Like somebody should write the story down.
We'll probably see it in a few years.
Yeah.
I reckon you might see something like a making of the Fast and Furious saga, the Fast saga.
But before, it's weird because, as Vin Diesel, he's there, dancing and singing to Drunken Love. But as Dom, you don't fucking do that.
Nah.
No.
He also has weights in that room.
Yeah.
Because he only works out his
Badly at chess. Fuck this guy, man. Seriously, this is the dumbest fucking story I've ever seen. And Diesel, you're not 6'1". You're not. I've seen you. You're 5'5" at best. Stop lying and wearing those fucking lifts.
I kind of find it disrespectful that he keeps pulling Paul Walker's name out to sell this fucking movie.
Keep Paul's name out your fucking mouth, man.
Yeah. I know.
You want to do something for Paul, fucking support his family. Do something.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
This is wild.
The dumbest thing I ever heard.
Diesel's got some funny things that he does, like some real weird idiosyncratic things. Just he sounds very high off himself sometimes.
He's the person that talks about himself in the third person.
Nah.
Vin Diesel wouldn't do that.
I would leave. If I ever had to interview Diesel and he pulled that third person shit.
Man. The dumbest thing I ever heard of.
As soon as he said the Fast 9 movie, the Fast movies were bigger than the cars.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm sorry, mate. It's not.
The stunts is all you got.
No.
The shrine.
Fucking
So
hell.
Miranda Wayland, who is the diversity director at the BBC, woman of color herself as well, came out and she said, "I love Luther, strong black character, and we want to see more of him." But she said a couple of things that a little bit weird. Luther isn't especially black. So she said she doubts his blackness because he doesn't eat Caribbean food.
Wow.
And he doesn't have black friends.
Because that automatically makes you black.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is that we need to stereotype people. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. Which is wild. I don't know if she watches the show, right?
Right.
Because the writer and creator of the show, Neil Cross, actually came out and he was like, "Look, I actually didn't write the character as a black person.
It could be anyone.
Yeah.
Luther could be anyone."
He said, I just wrote the character. He said, I would never intentionally write a black character because me, a writer, ignorant to, black culture.
Other people's cultures and,
would not be able to write that character properly.
Oh.
Now,
And then Idris came out. He didn't actually directly sort of respond to it, but just off the cuff on IG.
Yeah.
He kind of just said, let's not move things backwards. Let's keep going forward, shall we?
My God, man. By her logic, that means that any white person that eats eats Caribbean food and has black friends is black. So we can't kill Adele for what she's wearing and how she talks. And we can't kill Chet Hanks because, Chet Hanks is hanging out with all these guys and he's got his patois and all that.
Hanks with the X at the end, though.
Yeah. But he is Hanks. You know what I mean?
White boy summer over there.
yeah, Shabba Hanks.
Shabba. Chetina.
Yeah.
But have we seen a picture of Miranda Wayland?
Yeah. She's black.
Does she look like Jeff Johns in blackface? Because that's all I'm seeing right now.
That's not a black thing.
It's weird. It's just weird when they when people come out and sort of tell you how to be of the culture.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just wild. But when you watch Luther, he doesn't have friends. That's the main thing. This guy is so unbalanced.
He's got a job.
Yeah,
And that's what he does.
yeah, and that's
all
where
he
you see
does.
him.
Yeah.
His wife is like a person of color.
Yeah. She's Pakistani or something like that. Or Indian.
Yeah,
It's
the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sexy.
So yeah,
Yeah. It's just funny to me. It's just funny. Then.
It's weird, like the pigeonhole.
Yeah.
It's like if you're black, see Caribbean food, black friends.
But it's just crazy though. Like, hey, I'm on this case, but I can't go without my jerk chicken. Like, it's just wild, son.
Yeah.
Like, how would you write that in there?
Yeah,
He sits down at a restaurant, Caribbean restaurant. They were like, really?
maybe.
I followed this perp to a Caribbean restaurant. Like, really?
I couldn't say no to the food while I was there.
I sampled that jerk all night, baby. Pause. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah. Like,
You want it to become normal. You don't want it to be a bloody stereotype. You want it to just be normal.
yeah. Last time I checked, you didn't have to like meet a criteria to be what you want it to be.
That's it.
That's right. Weird.
Very, very weird.
It's very fucking backwards.
Between this and the diesel news, it was just wild this week.
Yeah,
The diesel news we clipping. Like, that has to be a clip. I want that dude on YouTube to do a bloody anime of it. That's what I want.
So there was talks in regards to, I don't know, would you call these rumors?
These are big rumors.
Big rumors.
Huge rumors.
Big
Yep.
rumors.
Whispers.
Yeah,
But,
these are the whispers in the dark.
Riddles in the dark.
But huge rumors in regards to Disney planning a Wolverine fucking anthology series.
Yeah.
Now, this was a fucking lengthy article, pause, in regards to Wolverine and how it would all work out. Now, it was the 70s, wasn't it? Or the 80s?
80s Wolverine, yeah.
80s
then-
Wolverine focused on the weapon
Yeah.
X.
So that the first season would just be that Weapon X story.
Yeah. And they were saying this would be more akin to a American Horror Story type of show rather than a continuing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it'd be one season set in the 80s, the next season might be in the future, the next season after that might be the Civil War or something like that.
If this is a thing, right? Like if this is a big thing, they could pull that fucking that episode of X-Men out where Wolverine's back in World War II times with Cap.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be the biggest like cameo.
And
Ever.
it's funny because you start hearing stories of Chris Evans is coming back as Captain America. He's coming back. He says he's not coming back. This could bring him back.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to do like it's just going to be a couple of days shooting. Like it doesn't have to be that long. Like let's do this.
Yeah. Because it'd be cool if it's just them passing by.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that sort of cameo, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like include Captain America in the continuity.
Yeah. Now, do you reckon with the whole American Horror style approach to this, they could have future segments where it's Jackman and then previous 80s segments where it could be a younger Wolverine like Taron Egerton or something like that?
It's tough with the aging aspect of it because Wolverine doesn't age
That much.
Yeah.
Like a normal human being.
It's like
But-
reverse dog years. Is how I've heard it explained.
But saying that, I'd like to see Jackman back in some capacity.
He looks like he's been working out for something. I've seen him on Twitter for the past couple of weeks, and he looks like he's working out for something. He's looking really lean and strong.
If I see a post from Jackman saying that he's back in the 1,000 Club, I'm in.
And
We know.
the last post that he did was about Wolverine. You know what I mean?
The fork?
With the fork, yeah. When you reach in your drawer and you pull out a Wolverine claw, like it's It's a bit on the nose.
Like it'd be cool if it was like the X-Men Origins Wolverine game where it starts off with him in the future.
Yeah.
And kind of like flashbacking.
Yeah.
And then they just do the whole game as a season. Just keep the violence and everything.
Fire.
I'll be in.
Marvel wishes.
Yeah.
Marvel wishes they could get that shit
they
off.
can never get that off. Not ever. But it's just weird. They'd never use Jackman again simply because like that Wolverine, that violent Wolverine that we saw in Logan, that shit never coming back, B.
No.
Not ever coming back. Unless he's in Deadpool, it's not coming back.
That'd be sick.
But yeah. It's just weird.
Yeah. Like, I wish. I'm like still hopeful. Like the end of Logan, it should have been credits roll, and then the end of like the last scene you see is him sitting on top of that fucking log, smoking the cigar because he's all good now.
For me, like honestly, what I would have liked to seen was it end with Deadpool digging him up. That's what I'd like to see.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, I like for me, I don't think Wolverine is dead at the end of that movie. It's the drinks that they're drinking that's dulling the mutant X gene.
Yeah.
So as soon as that's like sort of flushed out of his system, his healing factor is going to kick back in, and he is just going to climb out of his grave and find that chick.
I'm glad you just didn't see the claws come out at the end.
That'd have been the worst.
Yeah.
I'd have walked out that cinema and cried. Because that's such a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, to end it that way, I'd be like, sorry, mate. But let's go. Give me that money back, mate. Let's go.
Shit movie champion. And then the last story for the week. So Jim and John Thomas, who were the original writers for Predator. Yeah. Right? And they've kind of been eating off of Predator for a while now. All the games.
Characters created by Jim and John. Yeah.
Yeah. All the games, all the comics, all like the novels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All credit Jim and John Thomas.
All the things.
I
I think they were even on the set for Predators.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's smart.
In the making ofs, I think you see them.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So they want their rights back to their story.
Get my show back.
So they had licensed the rights to Fox for 35 years.
Okay.
As per the writer's code. Right?
Yep.
So 35 years have passed.
In January?
And with the Fox and Disney merger, things are getting a bit blurry now. So if you remember back to January, we heard Dan Trachtenberg is now being like put up by Disney to direct a new Predator installment.
Yeah.
Which might be a way for Disney to kind of keep the rights a little bit longer. Saying that, Jim and John Thomas filed a report in 2018
18, yeah.
saying, Fox, we're on that ass. We want them rights.
Yeah, time's up this time. We want them rights back.
Yeah. So then the merger went through, and now they're officially going for it. So they're suing Disney to get the rights back.
Yeah.
And Disney is also countersuing for... What are they countersuing them for?
It's another clause within that 35-year deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen here.
What I was thinking was, the fuck are they going to do with the rights?
They're going to sell it off, or at least license it out to Lionsgate, because then we can get Arnie and Stallone. And Stallone will just be Rambo, and he can do that hunter story. That's what they're going to do.
That's wild, man. So Jim and John Thomas, the only thing that they've done is executive decision.
And Predator?
And Predator. Predator was their first script, but then the next thing that they did was executive decision and Predator 2. That's it. There is nothing else on their filmography, which makes me think that this is more just, I want the rights back.
I think this isn't a rights back sort of thing. I don't think they could do anything with it if they even got the rights back, right? This is a money grab.
Yeah.
This is the money grab. Hey, we want this back. You've already made plans for it. Let's see what we can get in court. This is going to get fucking, this is going to get closed out of court for an undisclosed sum of money.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the money grab, B.
That's wild.
They don't have a production studio. They don't have anything. What are they going to do? Own the rights and then license it out to Disney again for 35 fucking years? Wow.
They would have died by then, though.
Yeah. But their kids would be eaten.
That's true. The estate of Jim and John.
Yeah. See how this one pans out.
Yeah.
Keep you in the loop.
And that's it for all our news this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, fellas.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
I think I enjoyed this episode the most out of all the episodes so far.
My God.
One of the best openings to an episode as well.
Yeah. That fight. So, in this episode, it was right in the aftermath of Cap killing one of the
Flag
smashers. Face smashers. So then Bucky and Sam tail Cap,
Yep. To this abandoned warehouse.
and then they have it out because they're now convinced that he doesn't deserve the shield.
He doesn't. The cunt.
So then he basically, like, he goes crazy. He doesn't want to give that shield up. They start fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets his arm broke there.
He does.
Falcon
like, breaks that shit, man.
and stops Bucky from killing him,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Mm.
Like, then you seen, like, the Captain America come out.
Yeah.
This was almost like the Rocky IV of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It was, man. It was the I liked that they went back to Isaiah, or he went back to Isaiah.
Yeah.
That was really cool, that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find out what happened to Isaiah and why, you know, I mean, they literally Tuskegee M'd them. You know what I mean? That's who he's talking about when he's like 332.
Yeah.
America tested just everything on them.
Yeah.
Before they'd go flying.
Fuck.
Like in real life. It's fucking wild, their story, man. But yeah, to see that and like the whole the chat that he has with him about no self-respecting black man would want to be Captain America, and America would not allow a black Captain America. Was next level. Like it's weird because in some of the comics that there's even that there's that in the comics. In one of the comics, you see someone say America is not ready for a black Captain America. Yeah.
And then like after that, we get Sam kind of just going like, I'm not listening to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm making up my own mind. So they fixed the boat, which was cool. Him and Bucky.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So you see their friendship kind of like
The mending fences.
Yeah.
Is the
Bucky lift that boat motor.
That was cool, man. How are we supposed to get that off there?
And like Sam training to be Cap.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. That was the Rocky IV.
Yeah.
They should have just put Hearts on Fire over it.
Someone, please
That's
put it together on
the
YouTube.
montage that they need to do.
I've been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of video editing. I'll get it done.
Do it.
Please.
But you also got like Bucky's entrance into Sam's personal life.
Yeah.
He brings a package, and they keep showing the package.
I know.
Pause. Yeah. Pause. But they never actually show you what's in it. Only for Sam to open it at the end of the episode and fade to black. So now we're waiting to see what's going to happen in that last episode.
Just to see that white suit that Falcon's got in the comics.
Is it going to be, you reckon it's going to be the white
You
suit?
see the white when he opens the what's his face? The white and the red?
Yeah.
Fire.
You know he's going to take that trip outside
I
too.
know he has to. The white and the red, you can't go wrong. Like it just looks so cool. We got it looks like the last that we'll see of Zemo.
For now.
For now.
Unless he's where he wants to be.
Well, the rumor is that he's setting up the Thunderbolts
General Ross sets up the Thunderbolts.
with the people from the rafter. It's like the Marvel's version of Suicide Squad. Isn't it?
That's
Who are they called?
that's another.
That's another crew, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the rumor, is that he's setting up that crew. Because that's where AL, is that her name?
Donya.
Donya. Yeah, that's where Donya says she's taking him.
Yeah.
We'll take him to the raft and...
Yeah. But then you also got Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character.
Yeah. Contessa.
Contessa,
Yeah.
whatever. So apparently in the comics, she's like the mirror of Nick Fury.
Yeah.
So she's the one that sets up that league.
She supposedly was a love interest for Fury at one stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She becomes someone else, though.
The
She,
League of Evil Exes.
That's what it's like.
Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
So she's supposed to have a cameo in Black Widow.
Yeah, well, she does have one. This was supposed to be the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you saw the first time now.
Which will still link because it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But she's supposed to recruit Yelena into her league.
Yeah.
Along with agent, was it US agent?
Yeah.
And then there'll be other people that'll join. With the Thunderbolts potentially coming after that.
I can't wait, man. Like,
There's a lot of movement happening.
This is next level. And then, like, if this is the, if this is how Marvel series is going to be, Loki is going to be, like, 10 times better than this show.
Yeah. Every show that's come out has been better than...
We'll set that bar
Next.
higher. Set that bar higher.
Yeah.
Set it higher. Do you think that Julia Louis is going to be the... what's it, that the Madripoor,
Well,
the overseer or whatever? What's his
the
name?
broker or whatever his name.
Power Broker.
Power
That's
broker?
what I was thinking as well. She was.
Could be her as well. Yeah.
With the black and white sides of the card and sort of the balance of power.
Yeah.
So the Power Broker. I also think like Madripoor and a Wolverine anthology show coming out.
That makes sense.
Which is probably why they've set that up.
Yeah. Because Madripoor is a place that Wolvie goes after Japan. So it's in Indonesia. He goes there after Japan and gets into all these sort of little adventures there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
I liked it, man. I think after the
Just
finale,
Can't end next week, man.
I know it's just like it's getting like really good. But then at the same time, I'd rather them end it quick and it's on a high.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think after that finale, I might go back and just binge all of them.
Yeah.
Because for me, it just feels like a movie,
Yeah.
like one piece.
I wish they supercut it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
sick.
be awesome. All right. So this week I watched The Comedy Store. So this is a documentary on the Comedy Store in LA, set up by Mitzi Shaw. This is really good, man. You get everyone. Uncle Joey's here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Rogan's
there. Everyone's there, man.
Chappelle show up. Damn it.
He doesn't get interviewed, but you see him there. They interview fucking Martin Lawrence, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
They
sick.
interviewed Damon Wayans.
Shit.
Yeah. All the stuff that you heard about, like Damon is supposedly true. Like Damon is the reason why he's just like he's one of the best comics in the world, supposedly.
For real?
Yeah. Like Damon is like allegedly the only person, him and Chappelle are supposedly the only people that never bombed their first night out. So Damon came out swinging.
Fuck.
He was the best comic. He's always got content.
You remember that Damon Wayans stand-up that he did? Mm-hmm. That was fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious.
That was an HBO Max special too, or HBO
special. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like it's weird all the stories and what happened in the club and all that sort of stuff. It's a really good series. Yeah, I watched Lock Up, Fire.
This is Stallone one, yeah?
Of course.
Nice.
Of course. It was on Stan. Fire, man. So good. Welcome to Gateway, Leone.
Leone 558.
How can there only be 560 inmates there?
Yeah,
it's wild. I watched Up in the Air again.
I seen this was out on
love this movie.
Netflix.
I love this movie.
I gotta watch this, man.
It's so good, man. And Vera is just sexy in here.
Yeah.
You see, like, she's just naked, like, and you see her from the back. My God, and she's got a tie around her waist.
Jesus. What is this movie? I thought this was a drama or something.
It is a drama. This is fire, this movie, though.
Check this out tonight.
It's on the list. Finally watched the Pope of Greenwich Village.
What is this?
This is that movie with Eric Roberts and Mickey Rourke. And they end up robbing this place, and then it ends up being, the stash house for the mob.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and everything that happens with that.
Good?
Yeah, it was good. I'd never watch it again, but it's good. Yeah. Okay. This is that, what's his face? You know how Dice is like, I'll tell you this later. I can't say anything. Yeah, I watched Final Destination 3 and 4, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just in my bag.
Which one was 4 again? Was that the NASCAR one?
Yeah, that was the Final Destination.
Okay.
And then there's Final Destination 5 as well.
Okay.
Which is not on Stanley. So I'll have to check that out.
All right.
Yeah.
The new line might be on HBO Max.
Might be on HBO Max. I'll check it out. I watched Snyder's Justice League again last night.
Jeez.
Yeah, I watched it. Well, I bought it. I bought it on Apple. I don't like to buy stuff and then not use it. So yeah. So I bought it. I watched it. It was good. It was good to see it without it stuffing up.
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
It was good to watch it all the way through.
Kind of worried about Mortal Kombat with that.
Yeah, but it's going to be a shorter movie. So like. I got through about an hour and 45 minutes before it stuffed up on HBO Max last time. So should be fine. And then today I watched Birds of Prey. Yeah.
Did Birds of Prey fare better?
No, it was trash. I still gave it 1.5 stars.
Did you watch the Bado?
So I finally watched Boss Level.
What do you think? What's your thoughts?
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, man.
That was good.
So good, this movie.
I liked it.
I'd like to see a sequel.
Yeah.
If they could.
Well, the movie really starts at the end.
Yeah.
Because he's going to make it through that one last time.
Yeah.
It's true.
Just don't die. Watched Skyfall. I was going to go back and start from Casino again, but then I had already watched Casino and Quantum with the big dog like a few months ago.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Helen McRory.
Yeah. And then Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
This is the Fincher one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I watched that as well. But I watched the other one.
Numi Rapachi.
A lot of sex in that one.
Not really. No. I watched it.
I remember it being very sexy.
No, it's not. Not at all. There's more sex in the Fincher one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say they fucking in that one. But I always love Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Fuck, it's good.
So,
Flies, that movie. I watched Never Back Down after how many years?
very good.
Still holds up, this movie.
Still a bang in this movie.
Yeah. Is it that Superman remix at the end?
In fact,
The Travis Barker remix?
this movie gets better when you know the moves that they use.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because you understand it. And then I watched The Tax Collector again. I still enjoy the shit out of this movie, man.
I hate this movie.
I don't know,
But I respect your opinion.
Fuck your opinion. Nah, what do you call it? For me, the reason why I love The Tax Collector is just because I love like Hispanic culture, and it's beautiful to me.
I love Hispanic culture. I do not like this movie. There's just something about it. This was a misstep for Aya. For me, all right.
You've hurt my feelings personally.
Stuff them in your bum.
Like the Scream Killer. Fucking bum stuffer. And then I finished off with the Hateful Eight extended edition. First time watching the extended one.
I like the extended. I liked it in the episodic form.
It flew.
Yeah, and it's
Absolutely.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 52 minutes apiece. So it's not all the way 4 hours, like 3 hours 20, but still.
First bit is like 5 minutes, though.
Yeah. Remember we watched it in LA?
Yeah, we did.
And we were like, that first one is done already.
Yeah.
Might as well throw on a second.
But like this movie is fucking like I kill myself watching this fucking movie. This is like perfect. Like Goggins steals this movie for me.
Yeah.
He is like end all and be all of this shit.
And that is why Tarantino is on the Rushmore. Because he can make a haberdashery entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 3 locations in the movie. 4 if you count the place where they pick up Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
5 if you count the place where they pick up Goggins. You know what I mean? Which could have been the same place shot differently.
You can only hang mean people. But mean people, you gotta hang. Like, there's so many lines you can pull out of this movie and just use. Like, it's fucking unreal.
John Ruth the Hangman.
Like, this movie went up in, like, my list of favorite Tarantino movies after watching this.
I found that too. This one's above Inglourious for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Even though I love Inglourious.
yeah.
But it's above that.
like, each Tarantino film has a special place in my heart. But, like, ranking them, fuck, I just love this movie.
Yeah.
And I watched it over 2 nights. I watched 2 parts one night and then 2 parts the next.
See? Perfect.
It was fucking unreal. But that was all my views for this week.
Nice.
Very good.
Good list. I watched The Accountant. So it's the first time that I watched it in about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I really loved this movie.
Same.
It hits different. It's not a thinking man's action movie, but I love the slow burn into like the big action explosion pause at the end,
Yeah.
and the John Bernthal fight with Affleck. Affleck can move for a tall guy, and Bernthal actually like he has some action chops there.
Yeah. Bernthal's he's a roughneck, man. Bang out in DC. You can bang out anywhere.
I watched the first season of the Boondocks. So this is like my little filler sort of show. Fuck, this is funny, man.
It's the best show.
This is so problematic.
Oh, you want to see problematic? You got to watch that Black Dynamite animated series.
Oh,
man.
really?
Fucking hell.
Is that bad? Uncle Ruckus, I finally found out who he is. Far out,
See what
man.
we mean about Uncle Ruckus?
Man. Uncle Ruckus. Classic. I didn't realize that Regina King voices both boys,
Yeah.
Huey and Riley.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I then went and watched her like in the booth do it. Damn.
Kills it, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Like I didn't even know that was her. And then I seen her in the credits and I was like, who the fuck does Regina King voice? I Googled and then boom. It all happened. I watched them.
How was it, dog?
It was good. It was tense. It was heavy. There's a lot of drama in this.
Yeah.
The gaslighting in this, the terrorizing and all the politics and bullshit that kind of went with the Great Migration in the 50s, 60s for African Americans, and then where the show ends up, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, it really, really is. Because it's the inner forces, the outer forces, and the supernatural forces all fucking with them. And it's, unbelievable. There's bits in here, though, that will stay with me just because of Like there's a scene with violence to a child that I probably shouldn't have watched at this point in time because it was rough.
I don't like that type of thing.
Yeah, but all that adds to it. I've heard people say I can't watch it because of this and that, but I think this is kind of the layers that Little Marvin and Lena Waithe have sort of added to kind of to their characters to sort of explain that through the show. But I recommend this show, man. It was the best shit that I watched all week.
Really?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. But right up there, though, was Luther. And
Luther is so fire.
yeah.
Like, I love that show.
Yeah. This is really, really good.
Excuse me.
Idris kills this man. Like, he's so matter of fact. But then it's just the pressure. It's the pressure of the cases. It's the pressure of his personal life. And then it just boils over and he gets fucking violent. Like, not to anyone in particular, but he'll just start smashing things. There's a scene right at the start in episode 1 where he's like, why don't you want to be with me? And he smashes this fucking door to pieces. And then, like, looks at his wife like, why?
Don't
And
say
it's like-
that. Don't say that. Yeah.
And, like, that's the fucking reason why. The only thing that I thought was weird was that they had the money to blow up a whole house, but then they have a cardboard door in another scene. Yeah, and you see that it's cardboard too.
Right.
And the guy's, like, smashing through it. But, yeah, them's the breaks. And that's all that I watched this week.
Yep.
That is a wrap on the whole week.
That's it.
All right.
See you guys next week for episode 44. The gun.
You can find us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check us out on Spreaker, where we drop all of our episodes every week, Monday. YouTube, where we drop weekly. All of our videos nicely edited by Logo Bros member Weaver. And he's killing that shit. They look real nice. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Love
Get
movies.
vaccinated.
Except if it's AstraZeneca.
Yes. Don't take the Johnson & Johnson either. Minerva, and then that's it. Take the Pfizer.
Yep.
Please get it, because I can only get mine at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Unfortunately. Yeah. But vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
I'll be back.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
On to your butts.